Hello folks, welcome to another Satisfactory episode. Today we have big plans to make a tower factory that will make us all the smart plating we will ever need and will help us complete the smart plating part of the space elevator. So, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Today we have a big task, and that is creating a tower, a factory tower. And something I realized is that blueprints don't just have to be that size. They can be broken down into different parts. So what I'm saying is we build the first part of the factory and then build the second part and then put that second part on top of the first part. So what I have in mind is to create a tower that reaches the skies. And what is that factory tower gonna make? Well, it's quite simple. It's gonna make one of the components we need for the space elevator, which is going to be smart plating. So without further ado, let's start planning this out because I have no idea how I'm going to do this. So I'll be back once I have an idea of what I'm going to do. So see you then. So I've gone ahead and gotten rid of my modular frame factory and my rotor factory that was once here. And I put all the resources it gave me in here. So I was thinking if we're gonna make a modular frame, smart plate factory, I'm gonna need more than one assembler gives me, because one assembler gives me 2 smart plating per minute and I don't want to wait forever. So I at least want to make I want to make 10 per minute. And that's going to require a lot of iron. So if we're going to need a lot of iron, I'm going to make these 2 make me 120 a minute each. And we'll go on from there. So let me just put those things down and I'll be back with you in a moment. Right now I'm just trying to put them down, and I figured I could put some foundations down, like the 2-meter foundations or whatever it is. And this way I could have them somewhat aligned. You know? So I'm gonna make these 2 connect to each other. And I want to have them a little bit aligned. So let me just get some resources. So my plan is to make this factory in the void. It's very dangerous. We've had our share of experiences falling down of maps. So we'll try to be safe. We'll try to be safe. And yeah, I'm gonna build there, but not right now. I'm gonna build the blueprint here. So we're gonna start here. So yeah, anyways, but it is gonna lead that way. So the iron's gonna be coming through the front. Just so y'all get a idea of where it's coming from, I'm gonna put a merger, a splitter, put a merger right here. Connect you right here. Both of these should be bringing 120, which in total adds up to 240, and I'm pretty sure this build's gonna need just about there. I'm not really sure. It's probably not gonna be the most efficient, but it's gonna make 10 a minute, so yeah, let's get to it. So I've gone ahead and put down these small walls so we know the perimeter of the blueprint. Anyways, we're gonna have this iron node come through here, so we're gonna need this right here. It's gonna split here, and then we're gonna have this come about there. Oh wow, what am I doing? I'm gonna have this come right about here. And then we're gonna have 2 of these smelters on each side. And then we're gonna have this right here. And this. I'll put this one wrong. Okay. And now we're gonna do the same on the other side, on all the other sides. So, I'll be back once that's done. That's one side complete, and now we're gonna do the other side. Okay, so far we've put the smelters on the other side. We still haven't connected them all. But my plan is to have this ore, the ore come in through here and go all the way over there. And it's gonna connect to a splitter right here. So it seems we're gonna have some issues connecting this, maybe not. Oh no, well, it kind of connects, but still. Oh, apparently this one's not even aligned. So this is the plan. We're gonna have that ore come all the way over here, connect here, and it's simply gonna deliver the ore in here. Let's make sure to connect everything before we forget. And hopefully this works. This is gonna make the ore, and then we're gonna make another set of conveyors here, guiding it all the way over here. And with this, it should be making a lot of ore per minute. I don't know how much exactly. We'll do the math here in a bit. So 30 times 8 is 240. So we're making 240 ingots. Ingots. And all of that's gonna be taken up into the next floor. Because we're gonna need other stuff. And yeah. I'll connect all of this if you want. You can see a little thing. We're gonna be making it go this way. Actually, will we? No, we won't. We'll be making it go. Where are we gonna make it go? Where are we gonna connect it into? Should we go? Wait, this is a splitter. We should make it go that way. Connect, and connect. Gotta make sure everything's connected, because if one thing goes wrong, everything breaks down. And we haven't been doing a good job connecting everything, I'm to be completely honest. We have already forgotten 2 instances. Apparently this is not aligned. What the heck? Let's fix that real fast. Oh, I mean, just look at that. We forgot to connect that. What the heck? There. And then we're gonna need a splitter right here. Connect. And connect. Still don't know where I'm gonna make all of this connect. Why is that one closer? Have they always been closer? Oh, they haven't. Are these just put forward a little bit more? Oh, wait, no. I think I put the merger wrong. Okay. Oh my. Okay, my plan here is simply do this. And then hopefully a merger fits in there. I don't think so. What I can do though is make it go that way. And then I'll put a merger right here. How are we gonna do this? Maybe we just put it over here. I'm fine with that. I'm gonna go here, and this is gonna lead to the 3rd floor, or 2nd floor. So with this, this should be our iron ingots production part done. So yeah, doesn't look that bad, honestly. This is gonna be the biggest build I've done yet. It's gonna be a huge tower. Maybe not that big, but still. I'm gonna put some walls and get started on the second floor. I'll be back. Okay, and we're up. So now we need to make rods and plates. But in order to do that, we have to split this. I don't know how much or how many times we have to split it. So the thing is, I don't know where we're gonna start. So let's just put some constructors down and see what we can do. Maybe we'll do the same thing we did before. But before we do that, let me get some walls so we don't pass it. The perimeter of our blueprint. Okay. So we're gonna need a bunch of constructors here. Some are gonna be making screws, some are gonna be making. Oh wow, we got a lot of planned out. Let me try to get a visual of this and I'll get back to y'all. So I've gone ahead and put a bunch of splitters up here to get the alignment all the way over here. And what I'm thinking is to simply just use a lift and bring that to be aligned with the other one over there. Now this is gonna bring all the iron ingots up there. And now we can finally start putting our constructors on. I'm thinking of putting down maybe 6 in this floor and another 3 in the next. Because not all 9 of them can fit here. Because I do believe we need 9 constructors that are going to be making rods. Yeah, I'm going to need 9 constructors in total, so I'm probably going to put the next ones at the top. Let me just make sure everything's aligned, because if it's not, then how are we going to connect everything? You know? Yeah, seems to be aligned. We're just going to put the rest of the constructors and it should be easy peasy. Okay, now I'm just going to put the splitters in place and connect them all and hopefully it works. Everything should be connected. Now we have to have to split the iron ore here, right? So it goes in. Start from the back. 1, 2, 3. It's gonna connect all the way over there. And then we do the same on the other side. So far, we've connected everything. Everything should be getting iron. We're gonna make these iron rods. A nice trick I learned is if you click Control C and then go to another building and hit Control V, it pastes the recipe it has in it. So I'm gonna go do that for the rest of these and they should be making rods now. Now before we go to the next floor, we have to take some iron upstairs And not only that, we also have to take the rods upstairs. So first, let's take the iron. Can the second floor even fit in this blueprint? Or do we have to make another one? Let me just finish putting these walls and I'll get back to you. It seems the second level will fit, so let me just bring this up here. I'm still not sure which direction I'm gonna put it, so I'm just gonna put it right there for now. And let me start thinking about how I want this to be laid out. So yeah. Alright, this is gonna bring the excess iron for this part. Where are we gonna collect the rods? This is making rods, right? Yeah, rods. So it seems rods are gonna come up through here. We're gonna put 3 more constructors to make rods. 1, 2, 3. Now let me just turn this conveyor lift the right direction, if I can, like that, and boom. I connect the conveyor, and we're just gonna connect the constructors to the conveyor lift using splitters. So I'll do that now. Now we're just gonna make everything connect somewhere here using splitters and mergers. So I'll do that now. Just to not overcomplicate everything, I'm gonna make this go 1, 2 over here, and this is where we're gonna have the screws meet up. Oh wow, that's not straight at all. We're gonna have not screws, the rods go up there. And then here, I'm gonna have this simply go all the way up. Like up there, you know, type of thing. That's gonna take the extra iron, and we're gonna make plates up there. This is gonna be the first part of our build. Kind of wasted a lot of space here, but it's okay. We're just trying not to complicate things. Like, we know this level and the one below is making rods, and this is the extra iron that's gonna go up there and make us some screws and plates. Yeah, we're gonna call this first stage of tower. And I'm gonna select icon, and it's gonna be rods, if I can find them. And you know what? We should probably connect to the power before I forget. So I'll be back. I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna test it out. If everything works, we're gonna move on to the next stage. Be right back. We've connected everything to power. Now all that's left is to place it down. This is the first part of the tower. Now, this should theoretically work. And if it doesn't, that means we did something wrong. So now we just have to hook up to power. It's powered up. Now, hopefully everything's connected properly and it should work. Momentarily, maybe. In a bit. Look at that go. Look at all of it go. Okay, these should be making it. They are. Now they're all gonna send it this way. Which hopefully they are. If they aren't, it's gonna show here like they still have the iron in them. So everything's sending it that way. And it should go up and across and in. Which it is. Wow, this is the most complex thing I've done. Surprising to me, I guess. Oh, that could have been bad. That could have been really bad. Alright, now everything should be taken upstairs, so let's just go see. You know what, before I do anything, let me just make a safety railing here. Just in case I fall. There we go, our safety railing is done. With that, I'm gonna make the way up. So maybe we'll use these right here. 1, 2. Just kidding, we're missing plates. Luckily for us, oh yeah, I'm gonna need to cover this up when I come back because I need plates. Luckily for us, as I was saying, we have a bunch of plates in here. At least I hope so. We don't have that many left. We have 200. Ooh, that's gonna be a problem. Okay, now that we've child-proofed this, let's head back up in here and see how things are going in here. Okay, so if this is all connected and well, everything should be moving, which it seems like it is, and everything should... Huh? Why is it not? Oh, is it already full? Yeah, everything's already full. Okay. So yeah, it seems like they're making it. And then this goes all the way here. Oh wow, this looks so nice. So nice. And then the iron's gonna go up there to make plating. Okay. How do I get out of here? Okay, now that this is like this. Let's see, upstairs. I think we have 2 more. Yeah, everything's making it. This is making more rods. It has iron. This doesn't have iron. Why does this not have iron? Oh, there it goes. Finally got some iron. I guess it takes time to get here. Hopefully that doesn't become a problem. Ooh, it might, honestly. I don't know. Maybe it'll get better as soon as the other ones get filled up. But yeah, this is how it's gonna work. It's gonna bring... What is this bringing in? More rods, I'm guessing, from downstairs? Is it actually bringing them in, though? I don't see any here. I'll have to double check this. I'm gonna go check right now. It doesn't seem like it is. I forgot to connect this. Okay, I gotta keep that in mind once I go back and go check this. Yeah, there. Now it's taking the rods in. Okay. So, everything's working as it should. We just gotta figure out what we do from now on. Okay, well, now we work on the second part of this building. Now, we start on the second part of all of this, so we just have to clear it. Like that. And if we're gonna start on the second part, we have to remember this is where it's gonna go up. So it's gonna be something like this. Oh wait, first we have to put some platforms and stuff. So be right back. Okay, so this is where the screw's gonna be. I'm gonna use the little line as a guide why. So we put the thing right about there, I believe. And we're just gonna put okay, I'm trying to see how I'm gonna do this. So is it gonna be the same layout as I did with the rods? If so, I'm just gonna put as many constructors as I can next to each other. And then I'll oh wait, this thing's right here, so I'm not gonna be able to put one. And it doesn't even fit. I'll put some on the other side then. We'll put 6 in total here. And if I need more, I'll put them in the next floor. Did I leave enough space for the merger? I mean the splitter. Kinda seems like I did. Yeah, I'm gonna try to put it the same exact spot. The same exact spot as the other one. So I'll speed this up for y'all. We're gonna do the same we did with the rods, but this time we're gonna do it with the screws and hopefully it works. So this is what we have so far. We did the same as the screws, and then this is just gonna take it up a level and do another level of screw making. You know, one thing I did forget is this. This connects right here, which means that this is gonna get in the way, I'm pretty sure. Unless it does it. Is it tucked into that corner well? It kinda is. It's kinda on that line. I'm gonna use that line as a waypoint. So let's see. Yeah, no, it's in the way. I mean, it'll overlap. I don't think it's gonna be a problem. So we're just gonna leave it like that. This is where it's coming in though, and hopefully it connects here. If not, we just did right there. Okay. Now we could get rid of this. One thing we'll have to remember is that once we put these together, we have to remember that this is going to be facing that way, so we just have to switch it up to this way. And we should be good. All of this is making screws. We're going to have another layer of screws. And in that layer, we're also going to make the plates, because we need plates. Right here is where we're going to take it up, though. Take it up once. I have an idea, because I want to make it to the edge, so maybe if we do this and then flip it over and simply put another one and do this, it should be in the edge. Now, is that 3 floors up? It's not. Okay, we'll just lift it one more. Right about there. And I'll see you on the 3rd floor. Oh, I've gone ahead and deleted this just to put this where it might be. It might be right here. It's going to be facing that way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on that line. So it's going to be here facing this way. It's a little bit up right now, but it doesn't really matter because we're going to have to place that once we actually place it over there. So this is bringing in screws, right? No, what is it bringing in? Oh yeah, it is bringing in screws. I want to bring up the leftover rods. So we're gonna put the rod thing right here, maybe. And bring it up right there. Let me just make sure everything has screws to be made. Be right back. Okay, so this one is bringing in some more rods. So we have to put 3 more of these. But before I do that, let me put a splitter on this right off the bat. Is it connected? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, and now I'm gonna put the construct there. Hopefully it fits here. Yes, it does. Okay, good. Now we connect them. Okay, and this is gonna be making screws. Just like that. What is this bringing in? Iron? And this is bringing in more screws, so they're gonna connect there, right? Yeah, okay. You know, the most complicated part is gonna be when it comes to what do you call it? When it comes to dividing the resources, because I don't know how to do that. I don't know how I'm gonna do any of that. You know what? I think I'm gonna make this turn this way. Like there's plating and rotors, and I'm pretty sure both of them need screws, or like something else needs screws, and it's just gonna make it complicated. But yeah, let's just connect everything for now. Why can I not connect you? Oh, you're backwards? Good. And now it should connect, right? Yeah, okay. Just like that. This is not connected. And here's where all the... Ooh, you know what? I just realized. 40. It's gonna be slowed down by the belt speed, isn't it? Because all of these are gonna be producing a lot of screws that are not all gonna fit in one conveyor belt. Huh. What's the speed of these? How do I check? The speed of the conveyors is 270. And we have 9 of these times 40. That is 360. Yeah, they're gonna be slowed down. Huh. Whatever, we'll figure this out once everything's down. So this is making more screws, and then this is bringing the iron here. So maybe I will... So I'm bringing you all the way up there. 3rd level type of thing. I'm gonna put you all the way up there. We're gonna need a way for us to divide all of this. I'll leave this empty space right now. Because we're gonna figure out how we're gonna make that work. Right now we are gonna go to the 3rd level though, so see y'all there. Okay, so I've gone ahead and adjusted this properly and brought up the screws up here for the time being. I don't think I'm gonna do anything with the screws here. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Who knows? But what I am gonna do is start the plate production here. So maybe I'm gonna put you facing that way for now. Just so you don't interrupt my things right here. Is that aligned with this? Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's just continue doing this then. This is gonna take iron and make plates. Okay. Now this should all merge into one. This is gonna have all the plates coming in and going that way, and these should be making 20 per minute, so 60 total. And let me think about this a little bit more. I'll be back. So I've just decided just to put everything upstairs, or bring the resources upstairs. So this is gonna take the rods up like this, and I'm just gonna put this temporarily just to know where it's at, because we're gonna have to put another blueprint on top of this. And hopefully they're lined. If not, we're gonna have to fix it, which is gonna be a pain in the butt to do. But yeah, it's kind of a little bit wonky. It's not straight connecting it, but we have to do what we have to do. This should be the end of the second part of the tower factory. Maybe we'll finish this in another blueprint, and that should complete the tower factory. But before that, let's connect everything to power and put it on top and see if everything aligns. So I'll see y'all then. Second part of the tower is complete. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We just have to connect this to the thing. Oh no, wait. Did I do this wrong? This is bringing iron. We need that up there. Let's do this. We need that all the way up there. That brings iron, right? So it seems we're gonna bring the rods from over here, right? And they're coming in through this way. There should be a rod thing right here, right? Should be. I don't know where they're coming from though. So we're gonna keep going down, right? Because this is gonna be making rods. Oh, okay. And all the rods are gonna be deposited here. So what we're gonna do is bring it right here. Okay, I figured it out. 1, 2. And this is where the rod's gonna come from. Right here. Hold up, before I do that, let me just do this instead. So just like that, I've connected the rod maker, right? Just making rods all the way over here into here. Because I forgot we didn't connect because we didn't know where it's gonna go. So this connects into here, takes it upstairs, and here's the start of our second factory, right? We've gone ahead and connected the iron. Now this is connected, and it should be distributing the rods, right? But it doesn't have any, just is not taking them in. So it goes in here. These take rods. Do these take rods too? They do. Oh yeah, they got distributed too. And here, we just cover this up because we figured out that we don't need a hole here. We were trying to figure out where it's coming from. I got a bit confused. So, yeah. This connects like that. And bring these rods in. Let me just disconnect this because it didn't seem to properly connect. Or I put the wrong thing in. Huh? I'm putting it the wrong way. Oh yeah, I know. Like that. And now, let's connect the power to see if it's working. So everything upstairs should have power now. And should be working flawlessly. So let's go see. Okay, it's making screws and taking them upstairs. Right. And upstairs. Wait, is this upstairs? This upstairs should be making more screws, right? But it seems we're not getting screws up here. Because we're supposed to make them here. Huh. To connect this here and there. And I should take some screws up there. I mean some rods. Might take a while. But eventually take some rods up there. Like so. And it should make screws now. Slowly. Eventually. You know, this build's probably not optimized at all. It's making screws up here. And then we go here. Then it should be making plates. Which it's not. Why? Because our iron's up here. Wait, what is this doing? Plates. Our iron is over there. Why is our iron over there? I thought our iron was gonna be here. Right, we're gonna go down and get this iron again. Fix some stuff. Okay, so this iron's gonna go from here. I'm gonna go all the way up now. I'm gonna bring you here. We're gonna connect you right here. Like that. And that should bring in iron ore, which it is. And that's gonna make plates, which will then get transported here into the next level. Okay, this is good. We have screws and plates. Okay, now that we have this set up, we have to move on to the next level, which is going to be plate assembly making. So let's go do that right now. You know, I had an idea. Why don't I just put the blueprint designer on top of this? That way it makes it less complicated and we don't mess up. Because here we messed up and we had to do a little bit of arranging, as y'all can see, which I'm not so proud of. In theory, yeah, it seems like it's aligned-ish. Okay, we're gonna do that instead. That way. It's gonna be much easier on us, and we have to struggle finding or trying to align the stuff like we did over here in this one. Yeah. Okay. So let's first try to put the assemblies, and then we're gonna try to align everything together. So if we're gonna have, we're gonna do the plates first. So we need, ooh, actually I need to put down foundations first, and I'll be back once it's done. Okay, now that we put down foundations, let's try to figure out. So we need assemblies here. How many? I don't know. We're gonna need a lot though. And if we're gonna need assemblies, that means we're gonna need this on one side, and then type thing, and then we're gonna need this on the other. So we gotta make sure we have enough space. So just making rough calculations like that. So we want our resources to come through here, and this is going to be smart. This is going to be making smart, I mean not smart plating, reinforced plates. So we're going to be making 5 per minute, and we're almost done, thankfully. We're going to be making, if we want to be making 10 per minute, oh no, we're still not done. We need a lot. We just need 2 smart platings, so we need 10 per minute, and it just needs, how many does it need? If we want to make 10 per minute, we just multiply this by 5. So yeah, we need 10 rotors and 10 things, so. With that, we just need to get the screws and the plates up here. Oh, right. We have to figure that out first. Down here. Yeah, never mind. Okay, so right now our input should be here, and we should have one here. Oh wait, no, it was right the first time. We should have one here going out. That is gonna connect here. I don't like how crooked it is. I'm gonna push it back a little bit, like that. And then it's gonna go here. inputs like that. So these are both our inputs, so we need them here. Ugh, almost fell again. So we need the things to be here. So what does that mean for us? We need them to go all the way over here. Oop. Yeah, that's not gonna be possible. You're creating plates, right? And they're all going this way. So maybe we could have them over here. Actually, no, we can't. We have to have them here. Here's one. And then we need screws right here, too. So it seems it's not going to work. But we have a pretty good idea where they're going to be. They're going to be in this corner. So let me just build outwards on this one. Going to be in this corner. We could always edit. Edit this to be in this corner. Oh yeah, this is where I want them to be. What the heck? So it's okay, technically speaking. They're almost in that corner. They're in the second square. Yeah, they're gonna be here somewhere. So I'm gonna have a conveyor lift up here, connecting here. So that should be fine, right? Technically speaking, it should be fine. So this is almost the first floor complete. We just have to merge these into one. Right, into one. And I'm gonna put you to have a conveyor lift right here. And you're gonna go somewhere. Maybe there. Technically speaking, this is the rod's done. Now rotors, what are the rotors? Ooh, okay, so rotors need screws and rods. So this is bringing in, what is this bringing in? Alright, the one on the right is going to be bringing in screws. The one on the right is going to be bringing in screws. So it's this one. I'm going to need a splitter. Right here. And you're going to be taking screws up. Okay. Let's just go to the third floor. I don't know if it's okay or not, but let's just go to the third floor. Or second floor of this. Oh, we barely made it. Okay, let's see what this is bringing up. This is bringing up... I have no idea. This is bringing up... Oh, the reinforced plating. So we don't need that right now. What we do need is this. This is going to bring screws up. But we're still going to be missing rods. You know, maybe this tower wasn't such a good idea. Like, as I go on, it's like, oh yeah, this tower is definitely not a good idea. The more I do, the more it sounds like less of a good idea. I'm not even gonna lie, like it's very, very complicated. I'm pretty sure I could have just done this on the ground for like way less complication. I could have just put 8 smelters, boom. 10 constructors, boom. Another 10, boom. 4 assemblers, boom, and then 2, boom. That would have been it. But now I'm trying to do this and it's very complicated. But hey, I'm doing something not a lot of people may have done, maybe. They probably have, but way less complicated. Anyways, yeah. I wish there was a bigger blueprint or something. That would make things much easier, in my opinion. Anyways, that was my little rant. I'll continue working. Be right back. Let's say we're bringing in screws through here, so we're gonna need this to go somewhere like that. That's gonna bring in screws. What is this bringing in? The plates. Okay. So this is bringing in the plates, so let's make it go this way. If we're gonna need this to make us stuff. How are we gonna get rods from all the way down here to up there? Is this where we're making... Oh, this is where we're making screws. Not plates, I mean. This is where we're making plates. This is making plates. So rods is below us. One more. Let's go down there and see. Oh, not that way. Okay, we can have the rods coming in through here. So let's add this all the way over here. I'm gonna put this here to make it go up. The rods is gonna come from that corner, so let's just remember that. Rods coming in from this corner right here. Let's just remove this right here, so remember. Is it gonna be able to come through here though? Seems like it is. So let's remove this. It's gonna go up through here, bringing rods in. We're gonna need 2.5 assemblers, so I don't think we can make those here. 1, 2. Oh, we can. Alright. Can we fit this in here though? Maybe we can move this back a little bit more. Like right there. Okay, what is this bringing? The plates is gonna bring them up here. Yeah, it's bringing the plates up there. What do rotors need again? Screws and things. So this is where the things are gonna come in through. And this is where the thing's at. So the rod's gonna come through there. So I'll make these right here. Okay, and then now this is gonna go like this. We're missing beams. I'll be back. Okay, right here now. Now we need a 6 right here. That way. But before we do that, we're gonna connect a splitter. Does not work. I'm gonna have to connect it ugly. I don't care. Going through here. Is that connected though? It seems like it is. I'm gonna connect you right there. I'm gonna connect you right there. And I'm gonna connect you right there. Okay. So in theory, this should make us rotors. In theory. I don't know if it is. Oh wait. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, this seems right. I'll go ahead and connect this to power and test it out if it works. If it does, great. If it doesn't, then we'll have to edit some stuff and yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna connect all of this. I'll be back. We're gonna place it down. Make sure it's aligned, like so. Now, this is bringing in screws. So we have to connect this up here. Now that's gonna take in screws like that. Boop, 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 boop. And then now we just need to figure out how we're gonna get the plates here, which is this, right? This is the plates. Seems like it is. Put that there. We align it like this. And there we go. The plates are coming in. Okay, that's that part figured out. Now, got to go more up. In order to figure out what is this doing? Taking the rods up there? Okay, so it's that one right there. It's gonna come all the way up here and connect to this one. So we have to reverse these. Okay. Now everything should be getting resources, right? Wrong. Gotta connect this. Ooh, okay. Another problem. Theoretically, you don't have to be here. Oh, nah. We need to, like, more here. Right here. There we go, perfect. Oh wait, that's not to connect it. I forgot. You take the rods up there, and it should be working now. These aren't powered, right? No, they are. What's not powered is this right here. So let's take this power and connect it downstairs. And it will reveal to us if it's working or not. Hopefully it is though. Okay, they're crafting. Now. This one's missing screws. Why is it not getting screws? There you go. It seems this thing is working so far. They should never be idle and should always produce reinforced plates. And it seems like it's doing its thing, like, and it's going up. So that must mean something. Now this is gonna take the reinforced plates and bring them upstairs until we need them, because right now we still don't need them yet, as of yet, at least. And right here, this is where we're gonna make rotors. So Control C, Control V, and V. There you go. Right, this is bringing the plates, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. So now, something I forgot to do is merge all of these together. But hey, so far it's working, so maybe it's not such a bad idea I did this. Maybe it is. We'll never know. So we're making what? Oh, this needs screws too. I feel like this one's gonna be idle for a bit. Yeah, look at that. The screws is slowing us down because we don't have fast enough conveyors, and yeah, look at that. 1, 2, 3. They get split up so much time, so maybe this building is as efficient as I think it is, but whoop-de-doo, what you gonna do? I gotta go down there and merge these things, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Just so we don't fall. You know? We don't want to fall off of this thing. Falling would be bad. And let me cover this up real fast. Now, how do I get out of here? I'll see you up there. You know, I just realized I'm gonna have to make a way for all of this to go down. Let's just put a conveyor bringing it all the way down. Probably, right? Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, well, let's just make these. 1, 2, 3. And then we have to put a conveyor like this. Conveyor like this. The more I play this game, the more I realize that that I'm tired. Okay. This should be the resources we need. And obviously we're gonna take some of these upstairs to make another 2. But before we do that, let me merge these down here. I'm just trying to get this done. It took me longer than I expected. These are gonna make smart platings and we need 2 more upstairs, so I'll go ahead and connect everything to power and I'll see y'all upstairs. Okay, here. This is where it's gonna end, right? We're gonna need this right here. Put that there. And this is where our assemblies are gonna have their exit. 1, 2. You know, dang it. I regret everything. I regret making this tower. It was a bad idea. I'm definitely not making this again. And that's gonna bring it down. And now we just need to get the resources in here and we'll call it a day, thankfully. Where are the resources though? Okay, we could call them up through here. Like that. And this one. Like that. But before we do that, must build on the left, what? Splitter going like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This one we're gonna make organized. The other one was well, as organized as we can. The other one was a hot mess. But yeah, sometimes it happens. Sometimes we need a hot mess, you know. It was not my fault. Being that crazy. And that's just how they ended up. There we go. These are plates and the top ones are rotors. Now we just need power. And we're calling it a day. Now the top ones should be making rotors. I mean, smart plating. Oh, I didn't even choose a recipe. Why is it not taking in the rotors? Oh wait, I have to connect them, don't I? Whoops. There you go. And just like that. We have 10 smart plating per minute, hopefully. If not, it's like around. It's most definitely 5 since these make 1 a minute, but yeah, we finish this and then this is gonna spit them out here and then I go down into here. And then this, I have a plan for this. This is gonna spit them down all the way down. Well, apparently. We'll bring it down right here. Where you're gonna store into storage container right here. Look at all those smart plating. Wow. That's a lot. We already have 35, 36. And it should be making a lot per minute, so hopefully it works. Probably not as efficient as I think. So I'm gonna claim all of these. I'll put a timer and I'll be back. So I'm back. It's been about 6 minutes maybe. So if we subtract, well, never mind. We'll just subtract 40 minus 4 because we had 4 in there already. So 40 divided by 6 equals 6 a minute. So we're getting 6 a minute. It's not that bad. I mean, we should be getting more if you really think about it. There's probably stuff we could help it with, but these seem to always stay busy. I'm pretty sure one thing that's limiting us is the conveyor belt speed. It has to carry all those screws across and stuff. Must be really difficult on it. The rods are being transported well. See, the screws is what we're struggling with. See all of this? Stalling. Oh, this one isn't making any plates. I mean, any smart plating. Huh. That makes a lot of sense though. If it wasn't making plating, it's gonna up our numbers. Let's go see upstairs. I mean, these aren't idle at all, so maybe the ones upstairs are idle. No, they seem to be full still. Yeah, it's not that bad. Maybe rotors is something we have a problem with. Let's see. Will we get another rotor after this finishes? Come on. Please. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh. It's taking way longer to get a rotor up here, but why? We still haven't gotten a rotor. That's crazy. Is rotors a problem? Or did I not just connect this? No, it is connected. No rotor yet. What do rotors need? Is rotors the one that need a bunch of screws? I mean, all the rotors are being placed in here. Interesting. Are y'all making rotors? Why is it idle? Oh yeah, it's waiting on screws. The problem is the screws. It's slowing us down a lot. We have a bunch of screws, it's just it's slow. Well, this is the end of this episode. It took forever to make this. I'm probably gonna clean it up a little bit, get rid of all this stuff. Actually, no, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it. I will get rid of this though. That's the end of the episode. It took forever to make this. Probably would have been easier if I just, what's it called? Didn't use a blueprint, I just built it out. I don't know why I used a blueprint. Would have been much easier not to use and just build a tower up. But yeah, this is it. I hope y'all enjoyed this super long and super painful episode to watch. It's my first big tower factory. It's probably gonna be my last. I'm not doing this again. This tower, no. I'm gonna build a long factory instead of a tall factory. Like maybe 3 floors, but I'm gonna build a big factory instead of making it long for no reason. But yeah, it's not as efficient as I thought it would be. I thought I was gonna be making like 10 a minute, but I'm making like 6 a minute today, thanks to the rotors. I mean, not the rotors, the whatchamacallem. The speed of the conveyors. Yeah, no. Once we get better conveyors, I'm gonna upgrade this and make it better. Or probably just build a whole different one because I'm honestly not liking it. But hey, this will help us complete phase 2, which is what we need. Yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Bob, signing out.